Hear that? Hear that? That ain't music. That's the carnival rolling through the county line. And everybody thinks they're just watching, so they realize they're the act. Ferris wheel screaming in the midnight fog. Crow on the sign and the preacher gon' roll. Ticket man grinning with a mouth full of gold. Say step right up, watch the truth unfold. Dust on the tents and the land swing. Knife throw booth with a crooked ring. Whole damn crowd got a painted smile, like they been rehearsing for a while. Step right up, place your bet. Every soul got a debt. Spin that wheel, roll them bones. Truth comes calling for its own. Welcome to the midnight carnival, where the saints ain't savable. Clowns wear crowns made of bones, and the lies get carved in stone. Welcome to the midnight carnival, where the truth ain't comfortable. Laugh while the curtains fall. Devil runs the whole damn hall. Carousel spin like a loaded gun. Sheriff gone home, so the dog begun. Strong man flicks, but the rope stay tight. One wrong step in the carnival light. Fortune teller with a crooked grin. Read your sins like a ledger bin. She said, boy, you been walking proud, but the grave digs deeper for the loud. Then I saw the mirror in the funhouse glass. Every clown in that room was wearing my face. Crowd all cheer when the hammer falls. Another poor soul in the mirror hall. But I ain't built for a cage and stage. I ain't no puppet for a crowd that's fake. Paint on the mask, chains on the gate. Whole damn town love watching fate. But I wiped that grin off the carnival lie. Lit a match and told it goodbye. Hear that organ cry tonight. Hear them chains in the carnival light. Some men kneel when the show gets dark. Some men strike like a match in the spark. Welcome to the midnight carnival, but I ain't your spectacle. Clowns can dance and the crowds can roar. I don't play that role no more. Welcome to the midnight carnival, where the weak stay comfortable. But I kick the gate and burn the wall. Now the whole damn tent gonna fall. Don't look back now. Ride heavy on the soles of my work boots, tracing out the veins where the black water shoots. Copperhead lullaby singing in the tall weeds. I'm planting all the secrets where the soft mud bleeds. Iron in the soil, rust on the latch. Ain't no escaping what the gray willows catch. Shadows grow long, teeth sharper than the briar. I'm holding on to sins like a coal from the fire. Like a coal from the fire. This, that, and the other. Drowned out echo of a long lost brother. Moss in the lungs and the soul in the gutter. The sky turns green when the night starts to stutter. This, that, and the other. Black water rise and watch the world smother. Sign on the line for the swamp and the cover. Outlaw opera, now I'm the lover of the dark. Stagnant pools reflecting eyes, I shouldn't be there. Smell of wet dog and sofa in the thick air. Papa said the body takes what it wants to keep. Now I'm the one walking while the righteous are asleep. Got a jar of tea and a heart made of cypress. watching for the law with the cold, dead-eyed stillness. One for the mud, two for the bone, three for the king. On the driftwood throne, he's watching, he's waiting. This, that, and the other, drowned out echo of a long-lost brother. Moss in the lungs and the soul in the gutter. The sky turns green when the night starts to stutter. This, that, and the other, black water rise and watch the world smother. A sign on the line for the swamp and the cover. Outlaw opera, the earth is my mother. The fields ain't dead. Walking up to my front door, you see the welcome mat peacefully resting on the floor. You're more than welcome to take it home with you. Matter of fact, I order you some welcome signs for your yard. Come one, come all. Maybe you get some losers like I got you with my wide open arms. This notepad filling up quick. Too many songs to upload, it makes me sick. It's like the world's giving me good shit to write about. But man, I already been through this. Fuck, I'ma spread this thin. Fuck the book and the shit, on my circles in. Peanut butter and jelly laced with a little sand. Please cut the crust off my PB&J, man. I don't like the crust, but I fuck you over when you ain't looking. I sleep real good at night. But man, please cut the crust off my PB&J. Just don't taste right. Oh, this world makes me wanna cry so fucking bad, but I know there's hope on the other side. Like my mama taught me, kill 'em with kindness. But I'm sorry, mama, that kindness me the only got so much kindness. If I just burn this bridge, I save that juice for people who deserve it. People who never see it coming. People walking around wanting to cry at this world. I'ma kill 'em with giving my kindness to someone who deserves it. Pop used to say you send 12 ships in hope one makes it. I'ma keep sending them ships, but search for not to the same beach. Oh, beach, wet heart, throw the beach with that sand. You got that wave crashing with the little white foam bubbles. The shimmering colors off each grain that's passed through time, not knowing anything about fame. Love is grand and life's a motherfucking beach, but the sand through my toes, a receding water leaving me a couple inches deeper. Straight connecting me to God and Mother Nature. Oh, it hurts so good. Punish me more like I know you should. If you wanna live, you gotta bleed a little. If he was right here next to me, I know he'd meet me in the middle.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud, never doubt, know what I'm about. Have you fucking loud, if you ring it out, I can make it sound, go another round, bitch I'm moving down, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me.
Do a quick scan of the forest. I'm gonna try my best to... What the heck was that? What the heck was that? Look it! Guys, wait! Oh.
What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
Sir, are you okay, sir?
There's something in the back of my truck!
Okay, what?
Oh my god, see that? Look, it's going up, it's taking off! No fucking way! What the? What the fuck? It just went into space! What? It just went into...
Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to run ahead and run my fucking mouth. I take shots, I take shots, I miss shots, I miss rocks. You kick rocks, you get shots, you swing locks and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient.
Turn the light on. Someone's in the corner.
Shit, cause I know that I want it, I know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise. You don't wanna fuck with me.
Wait, you better... Sure? Gio!
Hello?
Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
That son of a bitch is about 6'9", I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yes, I'm looking right at him.
Uh-oh.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh.
Yo, welcome back to the show, everybody. Bass, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Yo, what's going on, everyone?
So we have a surprise for you guys. You're not going to really believe this, but those songs that you were listening to in the beginning of the show were all AI generated by a gentleman who goes by the name of Burning Bridges AI Music. And I don't care what anybody says. This shit is fire. Like it or not, before you knew it was AI, were you bopping your head? Because I guarantee you were.
Dude, that Midnight Carnival shit is crazy.
Yeah, that Midnight Carnival.
Crazy.
It is. Yep. That PB&J one. That's one of my favorites.
I was at the stoplight and I had the windows down, bumping that shit, and like this dude looked over at me. He's like, "What the hell is that?"
So I got fucking Caleb singing that Midnight Carnival song now too. So yeah, sorry to burst the bubble, everybody. Those songs were AI generated. I honestly think that that some of this stuff is actually pretty good, what people are doing, because they're actually putting time and effort into putting the prompts and the algorithms, and they're actually thinking about this shit. Whereas, like, I was talking to Bass about this earlier, there's a current group called Def Rebel that does all the WWE entrance music, and they've been getting fucking ripped apart for years. Sounds like to me like WWE needs to go the AI way, because after Jim Johnson, you guys just been sucking ass. Yes. Yeah, blues. They were AI, man. AI. Listen, go if you've got TikTok, go type in Burning Bridges AI, or if you got like a music downloader on your phone and type it in. Yes, it's AI. Yeah, Spotify also. But yes, it's AI, but I guarantee you'll like it. I guarantee you'll like it. It's that good. Have I ever steered you guys wrong? Come on now. I think I got a proven track record here. All right, so time to do roll call. All right, so we got G Music. What's going on?
The one you don't have. I forgot the name of that one. The one with the flute that begins it. Who the hell?
Damn determined. No, yes, damn determined. I got all of that in the playlist right here. I mean, in a little while we could take a musical break and play another song. Honestly, I've got a lot of shit on it. So like
that Midnight Carnival hits hard though.
It does. Especially if you got the bass and everything set just right. A lot of them shits are pretty good. But I digress. We're doing roll call right now. So we got G Music in the house. We got Callie. What's going on? Aussie Sue. What's up? How are you doing? Track of Warner. I saw Willie Cut in here earlier too. What's up? Thumping Weevil. How's the little Bambinos going? I know you got one running around. Now. How's the new one? Bake. Sorry to say it like that. I'm 5 deep, so I can see that. Who else we got up in here? Mr. G, what's going on, brother? Who else? Yeah, Bass with the stank face activated. Who else?
Dude, that's yeah.
But yeah, hey, listen. If I'm not seeing that many names. If I haven't said your name, what's up, Frankie? I see Frankie's up in here. So if I haven't said your name, drop in, say hi in chat. So we don't talk about a bunch of bullshit. You know how we do over here.
Hold on. Hold on. Time out. I got some breaking news. I don't know if this is real or not, or one of those internet bullshit death things.
I know what you're talking about. You want to say it, or you want me to say it? I know exactly what you're talking about.
David Wilcock.
Yeah. So everybody, I don't know if you follow it. If you've ever listened to David Wilcock, apparently he is no longer with us due to self-inflicted harm. But
out in Colorado.
But it's not confirmed yet. So it's kind of a weird situation right now. I don't think anybody's really confirmed it.
And they're also saying that Nick Pope had an aggressive cancer that just came out and took him out within 6 months.
Yeah, I did see that Nick Pope had passed away. Yeah.
There's a few. Dude. All right. So I was going through TikTok the other day, right? And I seen this lady talking about what's going on with all these scientists and everyone that's going missing out. And I was like, you know what? You want a deeper rabbit hole? Look up the deaths of the Marconi scientists. 2 days later, bang, she had a video.
I'm telling you. Everybody that's been talking about these scientists, I've been commenting. Go look up the Marconi scientists. This shit goes way back to the Falkland right after the Falkland Wars. Probably before that.
Probably, yeah. Way before that.
So, well, yeah, every time I see a video, I comment on that shit. Look up the Marconi scientists. Yeah, Von Daniken died.
Yeah, but Von Daniken died a few years ago. He didn't just recently know what I'm saying? I'm talking about everything that's happening within last year. I'm talking about all the people that went missing, that were involved in all the secret projects, and Nick Pope dying now. I don't want to say it's truth, but I seen about David Wilcock, and supposedly there's a few other researchers that went down also.
Listen, I'm telling you, it's all connected. It's all connected to the Strategic Defense Initiative, which is Strategic Defense Initiative. Need some coffee. Hold up. Strategic Defense Initiative, aka the Secret Space Program, aka the Dark Fleet. This shit is all connected. You guys need to go listen to the girl who's now they in the past week or so she's popped up. Her last name is like Eskridge. You can find her. You can find the podcast, the interview that she did on YouTube. It's like an hour, maybe 2 hours long. Listen, in that she talks about everything. Remember, Bats. So let me ask you a question. Who was the only other person talking about P45s, P55,000s? He worked at S4.
Adair.
No, not David. Not David Adair. Dan Baresh. Hold on.
Dan. Okay.
Truth explained to me the scientists that are dead. I tried to listen to the conspiracy today, but couldn't because that. All right. So which side? What you got to be more specific. Frankly, you want the Marconi ones,
Marconi or the recent guys,
or the recent people? Because it's a whole. There's two different things, but the Marconi ones are. Those shit crazy.
I'm pretty sure you can lump in that Malaysia flight in there also, because there was researchers and scientists on that plane also.
Well, listen, that Malaysia flight's a whole rabbit hole itself. The anti-gravity ones. Okay, so the Eskridge lady, so she had said that there was that anti-gravity has been discovered 4 times independently, and each time it was they quashed that shit. And her institute, she found it, and she worked with her father, who was a former NASA engineer. They apparently managed to create anti-gravity. She was getting threats. She was told shut the fuck up. She was told go public, because if you go public, they can't say anything to you. Apparently, she was found with a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and there was a rush. There was no autopsy done, and a rush for cremation. And the page for her institute got taken down. But this happened in 2022, 2023.
Sounds similar to Phil Snyder.
Mm-hmm. So, and now we've got all these other scientists that are disappearing. It's all connected to the Strategic Defense Initiative, Dark Fleet, all that shit. That's why it's the anti-gravity tech. It's people that may possess, because think about it, it's people that may possess knowledge of the secret space program. Colonel McCaslin, he the fucking head of research and development at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, one of the most notorious bases. I'd honestly say Wright-Patterson's more notorious than Area 51.
Because that's where they take the first wreckage.
That's where they took the first wreckage. And if you look up the rumors for Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, that shit is huge underneath. That's where that's where all the good stuff is, Wright-Patterson. It's not an Area 51. That's where like the repositories of all their shit is. Like there'd be some at Dugway Proving Ground and stuff like that. But yeah. What?
All right. So
hold on.
Timeline that you just said, I think it starts at Wright-Patterson. The technology starts at Wright-Patterson, then it works its way to Area 51, where they develop the technology, and then it ends its way to Dugway Proving Ground.
I think Dugway's doing their own thing. Remember how expansive Dugway is.
True. But I do believe that some of that technology does end up at Dugway, because you remember that what the hell was that guy's name? The one who got shut down out there in Utah. We caught a beam so wide that he could like lift up a Volkswagen Bug.
He had a webpage called Alien Dave.
Mm-hmm. And the MIBs rolled up on him.
Yep. See, that's where I'm confused. Who's the chick on social media that is like the figurehead of all the anti-gravity scientists? Are you?
Is that the? No, that was the lady that was working on the Route to God.
All right. So Frankie, what does this person look like?
Because
is she like? She got like brunette hair, like big eyes. Because that might be the same person I'm talking about. Her last name's like Eskridge or something like that. And then don't even get me started on the Flight 370.
Well, think about it. A long time ago, I keep forgetting this gentleman's name. The guy that was up there in Canada, and he actually found anti-gravity. He was lifting bowling balls and all that stuff like that. They came and squashed him real quick. They squashed everybody who's had anything to do with using water for fuel. All that stuff. Any kind of advanced propulsion system.
Hutchins. They called it the Hutchins effect. They called it the Hutchins effect.
Was it David Hutchins?
I think it was David Hutchins, but they called it the Hutchins or Hutchinson's effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Where he has it on video lifting bowling balls and stuff. Like,
Caleb, go see what the dogs are barking at. Hold on.
think about the guy that the gentleman in the 90s who came out with the water power car. He came out of the diner screaming that they poisoned him and they ended up killing him, and all of his blueprints and everything just went missing. Hutchinson, what he was doing, any kind of advanced propulsion technology, they squashed. Well, not to say that they squashed, but they took that shit out of public domain. Even a couple of years ago when we had that shooter up in Buffalo, right? He shot up that supermarket up in Buffalo. One of the guys that was killed was working on a water engine.
Yeah, they off anybody that presents any alternative.
And then there's this dude on TikTok. He was running you ever see that one caddy that's floating around our area that sounds like it has a dinosaur underneath the hood?
Mm-hmm.
He had a caddy like that was basically a water cell, and they came and confiscated it, took everything out of the car, gave him the car back, and he rebuilt the shit because they couldn't find the schematics for it.
Yeah. So there's another inventor. I was watching this video last night on TikTok. It's a black dude. He's got like dreads and shit.
That's
and
the guy who
he doesn't
made the oil. No, the gas out of plastic.
Yeah,
and he went missing for a while.
Yeah, he said, he doesn't patent anything. He said because that's how people steal your shit. Then he said one night he was sitting out on his property. He said he was deep in the woods out on his property in his van, and he saw a black helicopter like flew over him, and he's like, "What the fuck?" So he didn't mind it because he didn't really pay any attention. He's never really seen a helicopter out there. But then he said that shit circled him 3 times. So they're watching you. If you're an inventor, they're watching you. There's that one dude on TikTok, Facebook, who's made a fucking hand cannon flamethrower thing. Oh, the government's got to be watching him. I want to know where you can purchase that thing because I'd buy one in a second. I sent it to me on YouTube. Okay. Oh, what's up, Oh shit, what's up, GNA? All right, so I know the military tried anti-gravity back in the early 50s. Saw an old film of it. So, speaking of early film, so are you guys hearing the conjecture of what's going to be in this new Disclosure Day movie?
Oh, the Steven Spielberg movie.
Yes, the new Steven Spielberg movie that's coming out, I think, next month or in June.
I can't wait for that. And there has recently been a new Bob Lazar documentary released. It's on Amazon Prime. Which I wholeheartedly believe in the Bob Lazar story.
I'm sorry, what did I miss? I'm yelling at Caleb's ass. All right, so the Disclosure Day movie. There's a lot of conjecture going on that there's going to be actual footage from the Roswell crash in this film. And you know what? I think if they were going to do it, Steven Spielberg would be the one they give it to.
I was just thinking that, like, if anybody gets that footage, it's going to be Steven Spielberg.
It's going to be, it would be in a Steven Spielberg type film, documentary, something along those lines.
All right, so we're still in the same ballpark. I'm going to throw this at you. The whole Logan Paul shit that just recently started popping again. How he
crooked motherfucker. That was real dick dastardly shit though. Come on now.
That's what he's known for, dude.
That was an asshole move. If you don't know what we're talking about, the recent video footage that was released is the footage of the two college kids. They roll out to like Area 51 and the video cuts in
the 90s.
Yeah, this is in the 90s. The video cuts in of their dashboard being lit up orange, them cowering underneath it saying, yo, it's outside, and then you can see an orange disc hovering not too far from the car. So that footage was held by, what the fuck was his name? Chuck something. So Logan Paul went to this dude, offered him $100,000 for the video. The dude said no. $100,000 cash. The dude said no. So Logan Paul took it upon himself to record it with a little fucking camera he had in his shirt or something.
Yeah, he had a lapel camera.
Yeah. So,
and the crazy part is, you could go and see this shit. Like Logan Paul hopped in a recent interview with Bob Lazar and another gentleman.
Yeah.
And he starts talking about how he was watching the first few minutes of the documentary, and he's like, "Oh my god, I got that footage."
Exactly. So that's the the Bob Lazar documentary probably has the Bob Lazar footage. Probably has the real footage from the dude Chuck. But the shit Logan Paul had, bro, he stole that shit.
Dude, remember, he's banned from Japan because he was out there in the suicide woods and kind of caught somebody.
Oh, he said he's gonna start suing people if they keep talking about that shit. Dude, it's public domain, bro. How can you sue somebody for talking about some shit you did? I should never did it.
instinctively I really dislike him.
I'm
he's
right there with you.
He's
man.
a wrestler now, so
No, it's not even that, bro. Everybody, you'll all get this. You ever meet somebody where it's just like you just don't like them? I don't care. It's not even the money thing. It's just they have something about them that you don't like,
and they don't even have to say a word. You just
they
feel
ain't gotta open up their fucking mouth, and you're like, yo, I really don't like this fucking person. Never met this dude in my life. Never want to. He just rubs me the complete wrong way, and it's like, nah, I would never want to meet this motherfucker. He's one of those dudes. Or the feeling you get where it's like, I will punch you square in your fucking jaw. Like one of those type of people. About Logan Paul. But he's a big wrestler now. He's wrestling. So so speaking of Mr. Jeremy Corbell, did you hear about this shit that he just got?
No.
He was just given a treasure trove of classified information, documents, pictures, everything like that he's going to be presenting pretty soon. What happened was apparently this guy's father passed away, and he was going through the estate or whatever, and his dad like worked intelligence or worked at like NASA or some shit, and he was going through all the documents and found this shit. Like there's video of Jeremy Corbell like putting his phone down and talking to dude. He's like, yo, I want to make sure this is how, because the envelope shows up all fucked up. He's like, yo, I want to make sure this is how you sent it to me. So he puts the video up he puts the envelope up. He says, this what the envelope looked like? He's like, yeah, but it wasn't tattered. So he opens it. He's like, was it wrapped in white paper? He's like, yeah. So he starts going through it, and apparently there's some really crazy stuff in these documents. So look for that to come out pretty soon. I'm all for this alien shit. Like they're slowly putting out tidbits. Like you got Gates talking about, oh yeah, I've been updated on a human alien breeding program and shit like that. Like, you're just sprinkling that stuff out there, huh? You're just sprinkling that out there. Let's peel back the real onion there, guy. Let's talk about the deep underground military base at Dulce in the Archuleta Mesa.
See, dude,
about what really goes on down at Pine Gap.
That rings a bell back to when was it? Like right around the time we were on global punishment, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one senator or congressman that came out with the hybrid thing, the hybrid bill,
Chimera bill.
Yep, the Chimera bill, and they squashed that shit immediately.
Yep. Makes you wonder what he was told or what he was updated on.
Desk. What was he told? What did he hear? What came across his desk to introduce that kind of bill?
Oh, Mr. Woods, what's going on, bro? I haven't seen you in a bit.
Yo. Well, guys, get used to us doing a show on maybe like Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays.
Yes, because I moved to overnight. I moved to overnights on the weekends, and I only work like 4 days a week now, and I'm off 3 days a week. Yeah.
So yeah,
kind of relaxing.
We could help you guys earlier in your week. Just enjoy your night and listen to us talk about some bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Larry and Candace? How you doing? Welcome to the show. But yes,
yeah, I called this guy. We was gonna do a show last night. I called this guy 2, 3, maybe 10 times. Nothing.
All right, so what happened was, I'll tell you exactly what happened. So I hadn't eaten all day, right? So what I made for dinner last night shit put me out. And it gave my oldest son the itis. Like, he didn't know what the hell he was experiencing, I guess, because he came in the room and was like, oh man, I feel weird and shit. I was like, yo, is your stomach full? He's like, yeah. I was like, do you feel like lazy and shit like that? He's like, yeah. I was like, it's called itis. He's like, the what? I'm like, the itis. He thought I said fucking tendonitis or some shit like that. So I'm like, yeah, go sit your ass down, right?
You'll be all right. You'll be sleeping for the next 8 hours, bro. You're good.
Yeah. So I hadn't eaten all day. So I'll tell you exactly what I made last night. And the shit, guys, it's simple. Simple.
Country.
So,
I got tacos tonight.
What I did, right? You take some garlic. You take like the already pre-made garlic toast or whatever. Put that on your pan. All right, you could leave it frozen. Cook up some ground beef. Put tomato sauce. Season it up. Put your tomato sauce or whatnot in it. Right. Then you take some cheese. You lay that on the garlic toast. Right, while it's still cold. You take the tomato. You take the meat sauce. You put that on top of the layer of cheese. Then you take another layer of cheese and you put that on top of the meat sauce. And you pop that shit in the oven for about 15 minutes. I made like 18 of those. My kids wolfed them down. Like, Caleb's a weird one. He won't eat that nothing. But the other ones, they wolfed that shit down. And then I ended up eating like 2 of them. And yeah, I was asleep like 20 minutes later. I woke up at like fucking 1 o'clock in the morning, like wide awake. I was like, all right, well, I'm awake now. I started watching The Boys. See.
Hold on. You speaking my language. Hold on.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Thumping.
I can't do it.
How you cook your oxtails? I gotta know, because I cook them also. How do you do it?
I can't do it.
They're just really kangaroo tails, right? Because that shit comes from Australia. But that's neither here or there.
Guys are eating fucking kangaroo.
Dude, I work in a butcher shop, dude. I work in a butcher shop. I see what comes in. I see what it is. I cut the shit up.
You just ruined.
Damn, what did you say?
What?
Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Miss Sir. That's a centennial mark. No, that's a huge mark there. Do you feel 60?
I do.
Everybody say happy birthday to Mr. Woods. Long-time friend of the channel. Like, I'm only 41, but I've got like the back of I'd say a fucking 72-year-old. Like,
dude, I'm telling you, I'm 41.
There you go. Hell no.
There's some days where I feel like I'm like 20s. Well, I ain't gonna say 21, but I'll say like 29. There's some days where I feel like, holy shit. Sleep the wrong way, man. You got a bad neck for the whole day. That shit is crazy. Bones popping that never popped before.
No,
yeah.
Listen. You listen. What the worst is that's happening. So I'll be laying in bed. We're switching topics, everybody. We're doing. You know how we do. We jump around. We're still. You see this gray? I don't know, man. But just laying in bed, right? And I happen my right foot the wrong way and dislocate my toe, my big toe, right at the fucking joint. And man, that is some of the worst pain I've ever felt. Cause you can't do nothing with it. You gotta try to wiggle it back into place so it pops back. Oh.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. Truth be told, I'll put my hand on the Bible right now. I'm pretty sure I dislocated my left big toe when we were like 14 years old, jumping into a Foothills pool, and I just never went to go get it checked out. And my shit is still messed up. And I'll be 42. I'm telling you right now, my shit is.
You know what? I think
it's crooked. It's crooked.
I know what. I think I know why this toe. I think I know why my toe's messed up, and it stems from our 20s. Remember that dude I kicked in the face?
Yeah,
The one that sucker
that was
punched
a
you?
wild night.
Listen, don't fuck with my brother, all right?
Listen, hold on.
this
Don't even
listen,
say
I'm
that
not
dumb
gonna-
shit. Don't even say like
I'm not gonna say.
Don't even go there like I'm a fucking sucker. The reason why I get sucker punched because I get into the dude's face and they just fucking hit me.
Yeah.
I've
But,
never
no.
been knocked out though. Never. No one has never
suck-
knocked me out.
This dude sucker punched
I
Bash.
got in a fight with me, my one boy, and 6 other dudes. It was, yeah, and I've never been knocked out, so I don't want to hear that shit.
And they got into a fight 5 minutes after I left the bar.
I had my girl with me at the time too. That shit was wild.
They called me up like 20 minutes later, like, yo, Jay, what happened? Where you at? I'm like, I'm fucking home. Yo, we just got jumped by like 6 people. I'm like, what?
Fucking Christian was out there with us too.
But no, yes.
He said, dude,
Oh,
I don't
somebody
remember anything. Somebody just threw me in the car and we were going. I'm like, bro, you came to the bar with us though. Like, what the fuck?
No. Somebody had sucker punch Bass. And then after I laid out his boy, I saw the dude that hit Bass getting himself up. So I took my right foot. I put my shit right across the bridge of his fucking eyebrows. Split his shit open like a melon. Saw him a few weeks later. This shit, it looked bad. But I digress. We're gonna stop
And the
talking
whole
about
shit
violence.
started is because
I'm
hold on.
40
The
now.
whole-
Now
listen,
I'm
it
in
all
my
started
40s. I don't do that
because
anymore.
we were
I
hanging
just don't
out
talk.
earlier. Listen, it all started because we was hanging out earlier in the night. We all went home, and then one of our friends we've known since we were like 5 years old calls us up like, yo, I need you guys. Put on all black. We gotta go handle something. All right, fuck it, I'm down. Yeah.
Listen, when you get a call from one of your boys at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, he says, yo, put a black hoodie on and meet me. All right, let's go. I mean, it's one of those moments. It's like, as long as we ain't fucking shooting nobody or robbing somebody, I don't really care. And then that night sucked because I got.
That shit was just a big.
That's the night I
fight.
got. That's the night I caught that atomic mace through the fucking window and burned my whole
And I
shit.
know, I remember how it all started. That fucker pushed. I was standing by the jukebox at the bar, like looking at the shit, and that fucker walked in and like gave me like a little shoulder shiver. I looked back, I was like, "Who the fuck was that?" He turned around and looked at me and smiled. I'm like, "Oh." Then him and our boy got into it.
And our boy, and let's just say in a former profession, he was known as a designated thumper. Blues, you might know what I'm talking about. He was called the designated thumper. That's all I'm gonna say. And he's about me and Bass's size, just fucking muscle. But I digress. So we're gonna talk about some other shit. All right.
That was bullshit.
Sorry, I'm eating some French fries here. Burger King has the best fries. Don't care what you say. All right, so
The only reason people fuck with me when I was hanging out with you guys because I was the smaller out of the three.
this is true.
And I wasn't that much smaller.
No, you just like you weren't as wide as us. I guess you can say that. All right, so what? What was I gonna do? I was just gonna fucking say something. Did they ever release the 42 videos from the Pentagon that Pete Hegsworth was supposed to release, or no? That ever come to fruition?
No. No, because when they were gonna start releasing shit, I'm pretty sure everybody started missing, and the news caught on to all these dead scientists stuff. So that's just been on hush.
But the thing about it is it's taking weeks. Why is it taking weeks for the scientists? No, for the mainstream media to start talking about it. Like, that's why you can't. That's why I don't watch the regular news. I go to I get alternative news sources. Like, I'm on like for paranormal shit, UFOs and stuff. X is a good sort of X, Twitter or whatever. There's a lot of people on there that are pretty good. Especially the dude Austin, what the hell is his name? He's the one that's been researching the Malaysia Flight 370.
I know what you're talking about. I follow raw news alerts. Like, that shit is.
Yeah. So, like, that whole can we talk about the whole Malaysia Flight 370 thing for a few minutes here? I find that whole Malaysia thing is absolutely crazy. Right? So I remember seeing that footage when it first came out. And you really you're like, because it's one of those things where, like, you've kind of seen shit, like, Bash, you've seen stuff like that from, like, the 90s that was recorded. Like, we've seen footage like that before. So it's like, whatever, not thinking too much of it. And if you guys don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you know what, we can bring it up. You guys want to see exactly what we're talking about? So actually,
I'm pretty sure everybody here knows what you're talking about.
All right, so I'm not even gonna waste my time bringing it up.
And
so
another thing we can touch on too is the recent developments of the mall Miami incident.
Okay, but yeah, quick synopsis of the MH3. There was surveillance footage, drone footage, infrared drone footage of this plane, and there's 3 white dots flying, circling around it, and then poof, it pulled. Thinking all the shit, they don't know what happened. They're saying they don't know what happened to it. They saying it crashed or whatever, but there's no proof of it crashing. There was one witness that came out that says she saw it on fire at one point because it's like like came across that way like that. Right. So now, when you go and you listen to his name is like Austin something. When you go and listen to this gentleman, he makes it very clear that this footage that you're seeing of this flight and these 3 orbs is taken from a predator drone, but the footage was taken from a monitor. And you can see somebody like moving the mouse pad, they're clicking on everything, and then the shit goes out. This footage was released by somebody back in like 2018 or something like that. And it just never made the circles until really this guy Austin started pointing out the weird shit that goes on with this video. And now it like I said, this really gets weird. Now, when the flight first takes off, That is an actual Malaysian flight pilot, or whatever, because the accent's there. A few minutes into the flight, that accent changes to what sounds like an American accent, and the guy's stammering or stuttering over his call signs, which that didn't happen in the first minute or so of the recordings from the first pilots. So what a theory is that there was a black team on that plane that took that plane, killed on takeoff, killed the pilots, took over the plane. But
Dude,
are you getting me? Am I good?
You just froze up.
You got me?
You just froze up.
Am I unfrozen now?
Yeah.
Right. What part didn't you hear?
You were talking about
where'd I leave off? Where'd I leave off before I froze?
Actually, I thought you were getting all through it too. It blanked out on my side.
Okay. So where I left off was the pilots who hijacked that plane didn't know the end result of what was going to happen with those orbs. So those orbs are anti-gravitic technology that is employed by the U.S. government. Now, I'm thinking what those orbs are a U.S. version of what pilots were seeing in the 40s during World War II, Foo Fighters. I think that's what they are. But the consensus is that these, whatever they are, took Flight 370 through a portal. And that portal, the destination was the secret base, the secret American fucking base, Diego Garcia, which is like one of the most remote places in the U.S. government has a base. Because the following happens. There's like a post from a gentleman who says, yo, we've landed somewhere. We're surrounded by military. We're surrounded by military guys. They're offloading us off the plane. And then nothing. Now, the thing about that flight is there was some science. Apparently, there were some scientists on board that were they were supposed to be defecting to China, and they had a bunch of patents and some technology with them, and the powers that be over here just didn't want that shit going over there, so that the whole thing was a setup. So yeah, I believe though. Go watch that flight footage and think about what the potential could be for that kind of technology. Oh yes, I think the dude Austin's onto something with the flight, Malaysia flight 370. That shit went to Diego Garcia. It either went to Diego Garcia or was teleported to some other underground facility. But Diego Garcia seems the most logical because it would be the closest.
All right. So the way you explain it, the way the story went down when it first happened with the flight or whatever, right? It brings back the experience of the pilot from Australia that went missing. I think his name was Valentech, where he was flying, and I think you could find the audio of that because the audio has been saved. But that's kind of what it sounds like, but on a massive scale.
No,
But the Valentech shit happened in the 70s, like late 70 sometime. I can't remember if it was the early 70s or the late 70s. I think it was the early 70s. But it was piloted out of Australia.
well, I'm thinking about it this way: could those scientists that were apparently on flight 370 have absconded with some of this back engineered technology? I think that's possible.
So you're leaning towards the X-Files episode where Max was taken out of the freaking out of the air jet.
Mm-hmm.
But something happened where said UFO was
Intercepted.
Intercepted by a military jet, and it took both of them down.
Only this one wasn't intercepted by a military jet. The Predator drone that was out there was there to watch this happen.
Like they knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or they were just following whatever they had. Okay, I got you.
Whoever the drone was out there. Whoever was controlling the camera footage knew what was going to happen, because the drone's camera was pointed in the direction of that plane, and it kept that plane in visual the whole time. So it was tracking the damn plane. So whoever was controlling the camera was tracking that plane on purpose. So they were obviously watching to see what happens. Problem is, where the hell is it? And it's probably at Diego Garcia. They offloaded everybody. Probably put them in probably offered them up to the fucking human breeding program that they talk about, no trace, and called it and wiped their hands of it.
Or they snatched them up and was like, if you don't do what we say, we're gonna kill everybody you know and love.
But even still, where would they put it? If they had nobody from that plane's been found. So what would be the point of them saying that? Oh, there it is. That's just around the 70s. He was flying around the coastal area near Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, like I said,
from the air traffic controller, he was talking about how there was this light or whatever, like going around him, and all of a sudden this light appeared over top of him, and it basically like sucked them up. I don't know if the audio for it is true, because I remember hearing the audio about the whole shit that went down. Like I don't know if that per se is true, but yeah, something definitely happened to that guy. And that's one of the I've looked into a lot of UFO stuff, and that right there always like piqued my interest. Like, what did he see? What the hell happened to that guy?
And I think it was the Mantell incident, the pilot that died chasing the UFO.
Mm-hmm.
That one was always pretty interesting too.
You know what? I think personally that he might have just went too high and blacked out. But
I'm gonna get down this Butterfinger, and I will state that comment right there, Wedge, because I like that. Might be off topic, but with all this advanced technology, it makes me think when the U.S. has a long, drawn-out war, it's by design to fail. It is. Every
Because
war since World War II.
They siphon more money, dude. Every year that they come under audit, there's always billions of dollars missing.
Mm-hmm. They
Billions
are.
of dollars.
That's how the black budget works. I mean, shit, before
they ship the shit out to companies that don't have to answer the Information Act, like Lockheed Martin, all that skunk work stuff, shit like that. They don't have to answer to FOIA.
It's not all right. So what y'all say this? It's not the U.S. government that's dragging out the wars. It's the people that are controlling the people in the government that want these wars drug out. Because the more they drag out these wars, the more money they can produce for all kinds of shit. The more land they can pick up, more natural resources. I hate to say it, but they're probably picking up bodies and fucking offering them to the aliens and whatnot. There's tons of shit that these people are doing, and but yeah, it's by design. They're drawing it out by design, because if they wanted to, all right. So I'll tell you what. The first few strikes in Iran, I think that was God. I think those were rods of God. Because if you notice, that's when a few of these scientists started missing, right before or right after that shit happened. Those weren't strategic missile sites. Those weren't strategic missile hits. That was.
And
the
if
SDI.
you don't know what the rods of God are, they're long poles that are made out of one of the densest metals on the planet, tungsten. And from a certain height, they could drop them shits down, and they will cause the equivalent of nuclear, the equivalent of a nuclear explosion, just without the fallout. It was depicted in a few movies.
So, Mr. Sue, on that, Mr. says, truth, many humans have been sacrificed for experiences and breeding programs and much more evil. I fully believe that. They're like the dude Mike Herrera, who spoke in front of Congress like last year before, no, back in 2024. And he talks about that pyramid-shaped craft that they were loading containers onto. He finally found out. He thought those containers were full of drugs because they had like vents on the side of them. He found out that those containers didn't contain drugs. They had humans. They had people in there. And then I started thinking about it, and I started deep diving a little bit. And yes, I fully believe, and I call me crazy, but I fully believe there is a quote unquote intergalactic fucking trafficking ring. Or intergalactic slave ring. There's something like that where they're snatching up humans and taking fucking people off world. People in these like war-torn areas, people in these natural disaster areas where they're not really gonna make it. Oh, we had 20,000 dead people in such and such. Meanwhile, you've got these black ops people grabbing these people up, fucking scooping them up. I don't know. It's just a theory, but I do believe
they say 20,000 went missing, but literally as a physical body count, only about 5 went missing. They snatched about 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what the Grenada. That's what the it's Grenada or Grieta.
Excuse me, Grieta.
Grieta. That's what the Grieta Treaty was.
One of the many reasons why Phil Snyder got killed, because he started talking about it.
But watch it, they're gonna kick me off the air like they did last fucking show. Anybody that poo-poos on
that's YouTube's new AI, whatever.
Anybody that poo-poos on the whole Phil Snyder story, you just haven't been doing that research, man. You just haven't. That story. It's hard to find holes in that story
It started with his buddy Rom Rummel back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And if you still haven't read it, it's been out for over a decade now. You have to find and read or get Anthony F. Sanchez's UFO Highway, where he talks to a vetted lieutenant colonel who was sent to Dulce after the supposed firefight that happened back in the late 70s.
Which reminds me, I was like halfway through that. I gotta finish reading it. Go out.
And what happened with the initial finding of said Dulce base, and how I'm really starting to believe, after reading everything like that, whatever, and going back and reading this and that there might be two options to this. Now, hear me out on this. Phil Snyder might be Thomas Costello, or Thomas Costello was a complete front.
So there's a whole section of the conspiracy world that believes the Dulce story, that says the Thomas Costello person never existed.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's some like John Lear that says, yes, this guy existed, and he did have the paperwork and the documents that he did. Yes. They buried him just in the desert.
Yep. And John Lear also admitted that Phil Snyder was sitting across from him from his desk and telling him his exact story, and John Lear never believed him.
They've been taking him up to the moon. You know, I don't even want to touch on that whole Artemis bullshit. Silly gooses.
We're gonna send that up on April Fool's Day. Okay.
Silly. You guys are silly. So if there's only X amount of people on said shuttle, who's recording the video? If it's such a beautiful, like there's this lady ranting about shit on TikTok. If it was the most amazing sight that you've seen, and you have a video camera or a phone with a camera on it, because obviously you fuckers had them up there, how about putting it up to the window? No, we didn't get any of that. And they supposedly went around the backside of the moon. No, it didn't happen. Because if you look at it, if you watch the video, there's like fucking 3 or 4 escape pods leaving the shuttle before that shit takes off. So,
and the photo of Earth that they showed on the backside of the moon, it was just the same fucking image that was taken earlier today with just like a little bit of shading on it. It was, I didn't even really pay attention to that.
And then you got the female astronaut. She was in fucking Mad Max Fury Road, right? She's got a IMDb movie database fucking has her checked off on that. 2, the bald-headed black dude. That motherfucker was in the first episode of Fallout. Pay attention, people. He was in the first episode of Fallout when the bomb started dropping. He was the one arguing with like Walter Goggins and shit. It was him and a blonde dude.
Yeah. You got to take all this shit with a grain of salt. That's why I personally feel that we never landed on the moon in 1969.
Wedge said, if only someone could interview Gary McKenna, the hacker who found out about Wedge. This man has been interviewed a ton of times, bro.
I don't think there's been anything recent.
I believe there is a recent one. But even still, yeah, he's talked about it a lot. And how easy it was to fucking hack into the DOD and NASA computer.
And how many other people were in the system.
While
he was there.
It's not the stuff that he found that's wild to me, because we all listen to that type of shit. We all watch that type of shit. We all knew that was gonna happen. What's crazy to me is how easy it was for him to get into a government computer, and how many other people he saw fucking around in there. And he just happened to be the one to get caught. So what were these other people looking for? Because the other people could have been fucking like Russian spies, or no clue. But he was the one that got bagged. And they tried their damnedest to extradite him over here. But you know why they didn't? You know why they finally gave up on it? You know why they finally gave up on his extradition? Because if he would have got extradited over here, they would have put him in front of a jury, and he would have had to testify to what he was in there to hack and looking for and what he found. And they didn't want
that in the mainstream media.
They didn't want that, not one bit. So it's like, all right, keep him over there. Don't let that motherfucker touch no internet. He can't have access to a computer. And that's what happened, pretty much. But it was pretty interesting. And what he found was pretty interesting. Not to say the image of the ship that he said he saw, which was like it was a big spirit, just a big just a big cigar shaped like type deal.
And the crazy part is they were labeled as like SS so and so, and he was looking them up in the Navy registry.
Yeah,
he was looking. I'm sorry, I gotta take up. So he was looking them up in the Navy registry, and none of these ships were there. Now, supposedly, the part of the government that deals with alien is the DNI, Department of Naval Intelligence. So that makes a lot of sense right there.
Yeah. He went on record and said that he found ship transfer orders for non-terrestrial officers. Read between the line. So now people were out there doing like fucking Starship Trooper stuff. If you believe what these people are saying in these like 20 and back programs. But some of them it's convincing, but then some of them you're like, you're full of shit.
But then hold on, I'm gonna piggyback off that. But then if you link into all the money that goes missing in the budget every year for military shit, it kind of makes sense.
It does, because it's being siphoned off and handed to the SSP, which is another thing that the chick, what's her name, Estridge, was talking about. The one that we were talking about earlier in the show. She was also talking about the secret space program. I'm telling you, go look this chick up and listen to that interview she did. Very, very
I got it playing on my phone right now. I just got it on silent.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting.
It looks like she's sitting in a library in front of a bookshelf. Yep. I got it playing right now, but it's like little SERPs and experts and shit like that. But I got it playing right now.
She's like looking up at the camera.
Yep, little bullet points.
Mm-hmm. No, well, go to YouTube and watch the whole interview. There's no bullet points in the whole interview. She's actually going back and forth with another inventor who kind of knows what he's talking about and shit. Oh no, yeah, he's been interviewed by Project Gary McKinnon's been interviewed by Project Camelot, Project Avalon,
which they used to be together and just one umbrella, Project Camelot, which their old stuff was amazing.
Oh yeah, you can still find the old Project Camelot stuff.
Amazing stuff. That was 07, 08, 09 stuff, man. Amazing stuff.
Yeah. $3 million. They probably $3 million for ketchup, for the ketchup they Space Force. That shit's all SSP, all SDI, all that money's being siphoned off to it. And the only even then would they reveal that we have a fucking secret space program? If we were about to be invaded, would they reveal that we had a secret space program? Would they let that cat out of the bag?
It depends on the level of invasion. It depends on the level of invasion and what species that we have a deal with or we're trying to keep away from that is invading. And where they're coming from. Are they coming from our oceans, which we have absolutely no idea what the hell is down there? Or are they coming from quote unquote outer space or the outer interdimensional or the just outer lands?
Yeah. So speaking of underneath the water, apparently out in like the Pacific, they are. You got to go look these up, man. Like, when I'm bored, I just scroll and ingest.
Leviathan thing?
No, I'm not talking about the Leviathan thing. I'm talking about a gentleman who received a call from a military buddy of his who's out there in the Pacific right now. And his buddy said, yo, people are getting it wrong. What they're out in the Pacific right now, they're tracking something in the sky up there, and they're tracking something big underneath the water. And they're in like a posture ready position. So there's some shit going on down there in the ocean. Is it
you sure it's not that all the garbage they got floating around out there?
No, I don't think so. Is it a underwater civilization? Is it a giant creature? Which apparently a lot of people are having dreams about Leviathan. So we'll take that where it goes.
Well, you still got that weird ass story about the dude getting abducted by the dolphins to go down and build underground facility, not underground.
Yeah, and
underwater.
then tons of 20 something dolphins started fucking dying. Like
Yeah.
what? Yeah, just people. I don't ever believe in coincidence, and you shouldn't either.
Dude, like that is a crazy ass story.
I'm gonna have to go check them out, Miss Sue.
That is a crazy ass story. Like
What? The dolphin
the
story?
whole dolphin, because I was seeing it on TikTok. I guess I don't know if the shit is real or not, but the dude came out and he did the whole initial Bob Lazar interview type shit where he's like cloaked in shadows and whatnot. That's a wild ass story, man. You get abducted by dolphins.
Why the orcas attacking boats? The animals know something.
Oh, the animals in the ocean? Absolutely. 100%.
They know something.
I seen a video the other day. Oh my god, I meant to send this shit to you. So it was this dude. He was like, you know what? Let's dive into a little bit of a conspiracy, right? So, from what we're told by the scientists, the Earth's core is liquid magma and whatever, right? So why is it when we go to the bottom of the ocean, it's colder when you get closer to the center of Earth than it is when we're out on the outside? If the Earth is really that hot on the inner core, why is it so cold at the bottom of the ocean?
And what killed the dinosaurs?
Ice Age, supposedly.
I've seen that video. So the theory is like the volcanoes were really spitting ice out and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. That the Earth's core is really a giant block of ice.
I mean, stranger things, man. Stranger things have happened. I'm still subscribed to my golf ball theory until somebody proves me wrong. Because NASA damn sure ain't doing it. You guys are worthless.
Fucking trauma actors, man. Oh my god, like that shit is crazy. Like that whole when something major happens, you have trauma actors coming. Like that shit is, I personally believe that is a real thing.
Oh yeah, it's called central casting.
And they fly you out to these spots and pay you to be a quote unquote witness or accident survivor or whatever.
Callie, what would you okay, so you said if the Earth's core was cold, then the Earth would be dead. Right? So what if the Earth's core is actually hollow, like they say? Hollow Earth, the hollow Earth theory. What would you say to that? Not to put you on the spot, I'm just saying. Like, I think that yes, I think the Earth might not. I have no fucking idea. I'll be honest with you, because when it all boils down to it, this is all speculation. because none of us are going to have the opportunity to go inside the quote unquote hollow earth. None of us are going to have the opportunity to go inside one of these fucking secret underground alien places where they deal with this technology and abduct people. So it's,
Hear me out.
What if we had even from researchers?
What if we had 2 locations that get into the hollow earth in this country?
Meaning like
the Mammoth Cave system, and the Grand Canyon. What if those were entrances that led down to the inner earth? Especially the Grand Canyon, considering that you really can't get there. Well, investigate anything.
Well, they don't want to let you in the Grand Canyon because the Grand Canyon is really Egypt. Like, apparently, you can get to like Egypt through the Grand Canyon. Some weird shit.
And if that's the case, if you could get to Egypt through the Grand Canyon, wouldn't that make the Earth hollow?
Indeed, it would, sir. Oh.
It'd be like the old school Looney Tunes cartoons, which was
okay. I get you, Kelly. So
C-O-O-N-S.
I get you. So like in our density or our dimension, the Earth might not be hollow. I got it. But the layers between the dimensions are thinning. That's why you're seeing so many more UFO reports, so many more cryptid reports, and portals, and just all around weird shit that people haven't been seeing for ever. I mean, hell, people are starting to see something like that looks like the Jeepers Creepers thing. Now, could that be an actual creature, or could it be a form of that mass? When you get a lot of people focused on something and it can like bring it into existence, it's one of those instances. Because I remember Art Bell.
Oh, like the Slender
back
Man.
in the day didn't. Yeah, I remember back in the day, Art Bell did an experiment. Like everybody was listening to him do a certain thing, and it was proven that the shit worked. That it worked. So if you get everybody, hiccups. If you get everybody focused in on one thing, I think it's quite possible to manifest it. So if you get everybody focused in on, say, dragons, maybe.
A massive damn, I'm looking for the word right now. Massive. It would be like when they were talking about the Slender Man. You get a massive conscious wave that produces something.
Okay, what's up, Hound Dog?
Like if you get enough people believing a certain thing, it can manifest. Like I was actually, I think I said to you on TikTok a little while ago. These people, they were out there investigating like an old hospital out in PA, and they were scanning the hallway, and when they came straight down towards the nursing station, you ever hear the tall? I know you heard of the tall man.
Mm-hmm.
They caught the tall man standing in the middle of the hallway, but they didn't catch it by eye. They caught it on camera.
All right.
So it would be a massive consciousness, a massive consciousness shift where people manifest. I don't want to say the term wrong. Totems? I might be using the wrong.
Yeah, no, because golems.
It's
It
either
might be
golems or
golems.
totems.
So it might be golems.
Golems, or totems.
Golems, I believe, or golem.
But now I'm wondering with that, right? With that, you get your Slender Man and a few other things. Does that include the dark figure that stands at people's basically stands at the edge of people's beds or in the corner of the room with a dark black hat on? Like the one Bryce seen, like the one Selena seen.
Mickey G, what's up? Tulpa, there it is. Yep, that's the right one. That's the right word. Oh, wait a minute. I highlighted the wrong thing. Tulpa.
Yo, Hound Dog, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I haven't had a day off. The last day I had off was Easter. I haven't been fishing yet. I couldn't tell you what they're biting. I couldn't tell you anything right now. I could tell you that the water levels is low. I can tell you that. Other than that, I got nothing for you, bro.
Oh, yeah. So, I think we're gonna shut this one, call this one night because I'm getting hungry and looking at this burger here. But we gonna be back tomorrow night because I ain't got shit else to do.
I ain't got shit to do either. I'm about to make these tacos.
We ain't got shit to do tomorrow night, so expect us back tomorrow night at 9:00, and we will be having a show tomorrow night. So,
Yo, hit old girl up so we can get that discussion going on.
see, I don't know if she's working tomorrow night. I'll have to text her. All right, so ideally, there one of the girls I work with, her family is from in the Orange County, New York area, and her family has had a lot of cryptid sightings, namely Bigfoot and a few. The only thing you can call them are dogmen. A few dogman sightings. So, got to trying to iron out a day to get her on. Maybe we can get her on tomorrow. I'll have to shoot her a text and see what's going on. What's up, Crystal? It's the end of the show. You got to be back here tomorrow night at 9:00, 9 p.m. tomorrow night, everybody.
And we still
This
got
is
to
your
get
friendly
her on.
Yes, 9:00 tomorrow night. I'm letting all you guys know right now. 9:00 tomorrow night. 9:00 tomorrow night. 9:00 tomorrow night. Maybe 9:15, but 9:00. Be here, and we gonna go in because if I'm not able to get her to come on, I do have something planned, but we're gonna have to save that. It's gonna be pretty interesting. It's gonna be a pretty interesting one because I've been working on a few things. All right, so remember 9:00 tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 9:00. Remember it, okay? So we're gonna end this one for this evening. I'm about to go eat, shower, and schmiggity smoke, or smoke, shower, eat, in that order. All right. So we will see you guys tomorrow night at 9:00. Tomorrow night, 9:00. Tomorrow night at 9:00. All right. You guys have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and see you tomorrow.
Have a good night, guys.